Social media in a medical setting, presented by Group 1, Rebecca, Danielle, Amanda, and Sonia. Our team mission is to create a professional healthcare establishment dedicated to positive patient outcomes in a healing environment. What is social media? Social media can be defined as forms of electronic communication, such as websites for social networking and microblogging, through which users create online communities to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content, such as videos. Merriam-Webster, no date. There are several different types of social media. The most common include Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Social media has greatly increased over the past several years. It can be used for personal accounts and also utilized by businesses. It is becoming increasingly easier to access through smartphones and computers with internet access. Excessive social media can lead to an addiction. The article, How Real a Risk is Social Media? It states that internet addiction disorder, IAD, ruins lives by causing neurological complications, psychological disturbances, and social problems. Augenberg, 2014. Individuals can easily become addicted to social media sites. Social media has become a rising concern over the years. What can employers do? Employers can limit the use of social media in their business. They can set restrictions on where social media can be accessed while on the job, set time limits for social media on company time and computers, or block sites completely. They can also determine what can be posted by employees regarding the company and its patients. Social media in the workplace. There are disadvantages to the use of social media at work. Cilliers, 2013. Loss in the amount of productivity throughout the day, and the company will be paying for additional internet services. The company's image could be tarnished if employees are observed to be too busy to care for patients, if they are too busy interacting through social media on the job. Distractions could potentially be dangerous to patients. How does social media coincide with HIPAA? HIPAA means the Health Insurance and Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, no date. HIPAA recognizes that healthcare organizations are sharing information electronically. This information should not be shared without the patient's consent. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, no date. Data used for safety purposes should not be identifiable to a patient. Recommendations. Pictures of patients should not be shared by employees on social media, personal or professional pages, unless the institution has the patient's prior consent. Also, stories of patients should not be shared by employees on social media unless prior consent is obtained. HIPAA recommendations continued. Complaints about or referring to patients should not be shared on social media, and complaints about the healthcare organization should not be shared on social media, whether personal accounts or professional accounts. Examples of this: the healthcare organization has a public blog for patients. The blog is meant for healthcare tips and related articles. This blog should not be used for employees to complain about the healthcare organization and should not share information about patients without their prior consent. Recommendations for social media in the workplace. The company may wish to block certain websites, including the social media sites listed earlier, from being accessed on their network. Cilliers, 2013. Employers can give certain employees administrative rights on computers and give other employees standard rights. This would only allow employees with administrative rights the right to override the settings placed by the company. Personal cell phones and other forms of social media should only be accessed in approved areas within the building, which could include the employee break room, employee locker room, and while outside of the building. Personal cell phones are not allowed in patient care areas. Employees should sign an agreement to eliminate the use of social media and personal electronics in patient care areas. Social media postings. The company needs to decide who will have access to the hospital's social media sites. Strict guidelines must be in place for what can be posted, and they must meet head of human resources approval before being posted to social media. And the employer reserves the right to discipline up to and including termination of any employee who does not follow the code of conduct in regards to posting on social media. Despite concerns for employee privacy, employers are discovering that they need to address work-related social networking risk, ranging from the theft of trade secrets and client records to overt client socialization and defamation. PORIO 2012. Employees must sign a code of conduct and HIPAA agreement before employment can start. Failure to do so will result in separation from the company. Social media postings continued. Patient privacy is the #1 concern. Posting on an in-house network, work computers, or work internet connection will be monitored at all times. Employees must sign in and conduct themselves professionally. Posting on out-of-house networks, personal computers, cell phones, or other internet connection will be monitored as well. Any employee can face legal consequences if found in violation of HIPAA or patient confidentiality. State practice acts may also authorize state licensing boards to discipline providers for confidentiality breaches and unprofessional conduct. Hayter, 2010. Employer can reserve the right to block social media sites from company computers. Our team roles. There was a facilitator, which creates the agenda, facilitates the team meetings, helps the team stay focused on the topic at hand. Secretary takes the minutes and sends them to the team members. Researchers, 2, is a rotating position that encompasses researching topics pertinent to the team's success. Taskmaster sends reminders to the team members to ensure that their portion of the project is completed. And proofreader serves as the proofreader for the documents that are created by the team. Works efficiently with all members of the team to proofread all submitted documents, and is a rotating position. Our team contract. We agreed to fulfill our roles, to ask for help when needed, to hold each other accountable, to be ethical in our decision-making process and success, to bring in outside speakers and experts when needed, to keep the safety of our patients at the forefront of our process. Team members agreed to be on time. Team members agree to stand by decisions made by the team. Team members agree to have fun. And team members agree to communicate and collaborate effectively and efficiently. And a list of the references.